Joan, will you marry me?
Of course I'll marry you. Oh my God.
I love you so much.
Hold on to your roses, y'all, because Golden Bachelorette just dropped some major tea that'll have you rethinking everything. From secret love nests to surprise confessions, Joan and Chock's post-show plans are turning heads. And Grandma Linda? She's got opinions. But wait until you hear the twist that no one, and I mean no one, saw coming. Let's dive in because this story just keeps getting juicier. Okay, so Joan and Chock have officially stepped out as the Golden Bachelorette's latest power couple. And guess what? They're finally free to live their love story out in the real world. No cameras, no producers, just them, Starbucks dates, and, wait for it, moving to New York City. Yep, you heard that right. But let's not get ahead of ourselves, because this journey wasn't as picture-perfect as it seemed. Joan revealed that she kept everyone, including her closest friends and family, in the dark about her final pick. Even Grandma Linda, who is usually all-knowing, was completely bamboozled. And if you're like, but why the secrecy? Well, Joan said it was all about letting things unfold naturally, without spoilers. And honestly, she nailed it. So what's the deal with New York? The couple spilled that they've got big plans for a love pad in the Big Apple. But don't freak out just yet. They're not leaving their home states. Joan's staying in Maryland, and Chock will remain in Kansas, at least part-time. The New York apartment, that's their romantic getaway spot. Think long weekends, date nights, and a sprinkle of NYC magic. But the way Chock surprised Joan with this idea, iconic. Imagine casually bringing up your shared dream of living in New York, and then making it happen. Can we say relationship goals? Oh, and for the skeptics out there wondering how they're pulling this off, Joan let us in on a little secret. When you're older, you have the resources to make things fun and spontaneous. Translation, we're living for this second chance romance energy. But before you start RSVPing for their wedding, pump the brakes. Joan and Chock are taking things slow. Well, slower than Bachelor Nation's usual whirlwind timeline. Joan confessed, "We've spent months in this bachelor bubble, and now it's time to just be normal." Relatable, right? No big ceremonies, no epic reality TV moments, yet. But don't worry, Joan made it clear. It's not going to be a long engagement. I mean, have you seen Chock? Same, girl. Same. Speaking of weddings, we need to talk about Grandma Linda. This woman is the definition of unfiltered, and she had some hilarious takes on the whole situation. From joking about Joan switching chairs to shooting her shot at Chock herself. Kidding, kind of. Grandma Linda was pure comedy gold. And don't even get her started on her matchmaking adventures. Apparently, she's been setting up some of the other contestants behind the scenes. We stan a multitasking queen. Let's rewind to when Joan realized Chock was the one. It wasn't during some over-the-top rose ceremony. It was at Disneyland. Yup, the happiest place on earth turned into the setting for their love story. But get this, they were so focused on each other that they barely noticed the rides, lights, or crowds. The chemistry was that real. Joan said, if he wasn't fun at Disneyland, it wasn't going to work. Luckily, Chock passed with flying colors. Chock, on the other hand, was already a goner. He admitted to producers before filming even started that he'd only join the show if Joan was the Bachelorette. Talk about commitment. And when asked about the now iconic chocolate soup moment, he's still laughing about it. Let's not forget the internet drama. Some fans thought Chock came on a little strong, but Joan shut that down real quick. She loved that he wasn't afraid to show he cared. And honestly, isn't that the dream? Plus, Chock's got big plans to win over fans who doubted him, starting with a competitive soup cook-off against Joan. Oh, and Campbell's Soup slid into their DMS casual. But here's the kicker. Joan hinted that some of the other contestants are already coupling up. Yup, Bachelor Nation, we might be looking at some future love stories here. Grandma Linda's got her eye on a few matchups, and honestly, we trust her judgment. As for Joan and Chock, they're living their best lives. Between planning their NYC weekends, dreaming of their wedding day, and just enjoying normal moments like grabbing coffee together, they've proven that love can bloom at any age. Joan said it best, "It feels so good to finally have my person. And if this love story doesn't melt your heart, I don't know what will." So, what's next for Joan, Chock, and the rest of Golden Bachelor Nation? Only time will tell. But one thing's for sure, this isn't the last we've heard from these two. Until then, Bachelor Nation, stay tuned, stay obsessed, and stay rooting for love. And there you have it, folks. Joan and Chock's whirlwind love story is just getting started. What do you think about their New York plans? And who's ready for that soup cook-off? Sound off in the comments because we've got so much to talk about. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more drama, tea, and updates. Until next time, keep it golden.